you create that initial impact, that initial bit of interest that gets people to want to pay attention to you? Hey, what's up, everyone? I want to welcome you to another episode of Unconscious Communication Secrets. And today we are going to be talking about how you can get people to pay attention, how you can, as a speaker, get people to stop what they're doing and actually start to listen to what you have to say. So, my name is Munir. We are live, and if you want to come in and say hello, I'd love to hear from you. And we are doing Unconscious Communication Secrets. So today, how do you create that initial amount of interest? How do you get people to want to listen to you as a speaker, to want to pay attention to what you have to say? So let's get going. I want to give you a quick analogy. Imagine there's a little bit of metal that just is kind of floating in the water, and you are a magnet. Like what kind of magnet are you that is going to get that person to be attracted to you? And if you don't have the right kind of magnet, then that bit is just going to float away and not pay attention to you. And that is your opening. Your opening is your magnet, your key, your hook is literally what we call it, is your hook. And so this is extremely critical, because your first 4 seconds are what create the initial is what gets people to say, okay, I want to pay attention to this or not. So what are your first 4 seconds like, right? And if you don't have the right first 4 seconds, then you can lose your audience completely. One of the greatest mistakes that I see a lot of speakers do is they come out and they start off by saying, hello everybody, oh my god, I'm so nervous today, and my name is, and you've lost your audience, right? Within the first 4 seconds, people decide, okay, I'm going to pay attention. No, I'm not going to pay attention. So your first 4 seconds are critical when it comes to you speaking. Otherwise, what happens is, if you're speaking to people live, they start to play around with their phones if you don't hook them within the first few seconds. And if it's a video, then people just go, oh no, let me scroll on to something else. So your first 4 seconds are critical when it comes to attracting an audience. And I learned this the hard way. So first of all, I want you to think of it. Where do you see this in real life? If you're in a meeting, the first 4 seconds, someone starts to speak. If they just go, hello, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be, you've decided, do I want to pay attention or not, right? Same thing with a lecture. If you go to a meeting, a lecture, if you get forwarded videos on WhatsApp or something, you know, in the first 4 seconds, you open a video and you go, yeah, nah, not interested. And you don't watch it. In your browsing, if you're going through Facebook, if you're going through Instagram, your first 4 seconds, if you don't if the thing doesn't hook you, moving on. That's it. Adios, amigo. We have less attention spans in today's day and age. So your first 4 seconds critical in hooking your audience. So I want to tell you very quickly my story. When I first started creating YouTube videos, and you can see this, this is a very quick clip that I created in 2017. And in this video, this is like 5 or 6 seconds in, and it's still the title screen. And I wasn't getting enough views, and I was like, wonder what's happening here. And I went to someone, and I spoke to this YouTube expert, and he said, let's look at your analytics. And they started looking at some of the graphs, and they said, look at this. You're sharing your video. People look at it for 3 seconds, and you still got your title, and then 4 seconds. And look at that. After 4 seconds, half the people leave. You haven't even started talking. And so I got away from doing these like fancy intros before I even started speaking, because of this thing, because people weren't watching my videos, because I didn't hook them right at the beginning. So your hook is very, very powerful. Your opening is so powerful in getting people to listen to what you actually have to say. So how do you hook your audience? How do you create that interest? I'm going to give you the Hookem options. First of all, ask a question. If you see a lot of my videos, I start off by asking a question. The first thing I say is, how do you X? How do you this? What if you this? Or I ask a question. Questions are so powerful because what happens is, with a question, if you open with a question, someone tries to answer it. If they don't have the answer, then they want to pay attention. So if you ask a question as the first thing that you say, very powerful in getting your audience to want to pay attention, right? Because they want to know what is the next thing, what is the answer. So asking a question, my go-to technique, very, very, very powerful. Make a controversial statement. This is really cool. And it's very, very powerful, because if you come out and you say something like, I don't think you should wear a mask, or something like that, and then people just go, what? Like, what is this guy saying? And then you kind of come up and say, especially if you want to get sick. I don't know. You could say, you could come up with anything, right? But that justifies your statement. Or what's it called? You will never be a speaker. And then everyone goes and pays attention, like, what the hell? This guy is supposed to be sharing with me some techniques. And then you say something along the lines of, that's what one of my friends said to me when I was only starting out. You see, and so you can start off with a controversial statement that is actually very opposite to what you think and what most people think. And then, because then everyone pays attention and goes, what? How on earth does he say that? And then you come up with, and so it's a great hook in getting people to pay attention. So controversial statement. Next thing, open a loop. Okay, so these are the 3 essential things that you need if you are going to successfully speak at this venue. The first is you're going to have to register. The second is something. And I'm going to tell you the third in just a few minutes, and you are not going to believe the third one. It is going to blow you away. Everyone's like, what's the third one? What's the third one? Tell me. What? I want to know. That's opening a loop. TV shows do this amazingly well. Like, you want to what? Have you ever seen this? What's it called? The Avengers Endgame, right? Like, everyone wanted to see the second part of Avengers Endgame because they opened like, oh my God, what is happening next? Like, what is happening? That's a loop. When you have to know what's happening next. Like, that's opening a loop. Like, I have to know what is going to happen next. So open a loop, very, 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 very powerful. Powerful quote, okay? Like, find a very, very powerful quote and start that off with, like, and that gets people to pay attention a lot. Like, you can have whatever you want in life, just as long as you help enough people get what they want. That's from Zig Ziglar. And and then you go into your talk. So very, like, starting off with a powerful quote, very, very important. A what if opening. Like, what if tomorrow everyone around you just stopped talking to you? I don't know. You could just sort of say, what if? And that gets people to imagine a scenario. And when you get their brains to imagine a scenario, you've got them hooked. So what if is a very powerful way to start and open a talk. So what if? Imagine, same as what if, like, you get the mind to go somewhere and start to create a vision of something. Very, very, very powerful. So imagine. Start off with a statistic, okay? Like, what's it called? Yeah, one in three children are now obese. Like, whoa, okay. Or our attention spans are now just under 3 seconds. Or it could be anything. Like, it just, you want to start off with a powerful statement that people go, whoa, I didn't know that, that's crazy. As you know, the crazier the better, the more unexpected the better, right? The more shocking it is. So if starting off with a statistic is very, very powerful, especially one that's powerful. And then starting off with powerful silent, where if now this is very powerful on stage. If you just walk up and you just start off like, and just powerful silence, and that is, you know, without even asking the audience to be quiet or anything, you just stood there and just stood. And what happens is a wave of silence comes over the whole audience, and everyone just looks at you, and then you start. It is so powerful. Very, very, very powerful thing to go. Okay, so that is my that's the Hookem options. So that's my video for today. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Hook your audience, create that interest, and your talks will be a lot more successful. Your opening is the most powerful thing that will get people to want to pay attention to you. So pay attention to it. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I will catch you on another video very soon. And if you have not, please do subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye.